Right, hopefully everything's working. New year, new vlogs. We've all been very quiet on the vlogs side of things. Keeping the podcast going has been a task. It's been a task. It's been a challenge that we've all stepped up to, especially Paul Grace, the whole Rouse family, and God love him, our co-hosts, to provide cheap entertainment. By the way, Bomb Squad members get a free mug. Feel like we've missed a fair bit of crack. There's a fair few things that have slid between the plates as such. But to sum off what happened last year in 2023 was F900, my first year in the British paddock. As far as my experience in it, I thoroughly enjoyed it. And a few will be thinking, why are you doing it this year? Unfortunately, I won't be doing it this year due to the old brass and the old tax. But I want to take this opportunity to thank the Belgrave Motor Company down in Sheffield there. A huge thank you, because without them I would not have been on the grid. Yeah, too many people to thank, but they all deserve a thank you, and you know who you lot are. We actually got to go to the 700, the Daffabet RC, see, I'm going to have to get these names right, RC Express Daffabet team. They kindly asked me to race for them on the Super Twin, the 600, but went there. And then shortly after that, we got to ride Bob Henderson, so that's BHR Racing's Kawasaki 750. And what a bike. Absolutely amazing motorcycle. Just outside the top three every night. We got to chase around Dean Harrison for 2 laps, stayed behind him for 2 laps, learned an absolute shed load, which is really exciting in the prospect of going into this year. But when there's a high, there's also a low. Unfortunately, we had a simple mechanical failure. Nothing to do with the team and nothing to do with the rider. There is a return pipe on a 750 engine. So you can imagine that's been the top and that's been the bottom of the crank. The oil return line goes from the head back down, and there's a little pipe that feeds it. Unfortunately, the pipe fatigued. Followed Paul Jones through the Glen Helen section, and it was coming out of Sarah's cottage. So you come up and you go right, then right again, then right again. But then there's a proper sharp flick left, which is around about 4th gear. So you're probably doing 120, 130 mile an hour. And unfortunately, after doing all the rights, the right-hand side of the tyre was clean. And then when I flicked it on its left, it just went bang. And I was conscious all the way through the crash, but I ended up on the curb, hit the bank side, and unfortunately my foot hit the curb at around about 120, 130 mile an hour, and my heel bone took the full blunt of it. Now I'm very lucky that I was wearing Alpine Star boots, because it kept my heel in shape, which sounds weird, but it was broke, it was fractured heavily in 4 chunks, but it was actually, the boot has held it together, so it just smashed, but it held together. And at part of the ankle, actually, it transferred up higher into the ankle when I got back home in England and got some further MRI scans. But that put an end to that. And unfortunately, we were sick. I was only a second off Dunlop through Glen Helen that night, and we were sitting second place. But hey, coulda, woulda, shoulda. Every race has had those moments. Lying on the side of the road, I remembered that I carried my phone on us. So my mum will only let both me and my father race. And she'll only let us go racing if we carry our mobile phones and a tenner. So if we break down and grab a drink, maybe a pint, but don't tell me mum. And obviously we can call me mum. Well, my mum's exact words were, son, you don't call an ambulance, you don't call Jesus, you call me first. So I'm on the side of the road, and I got me phone out, my RST suit, and I'm lying on the phone lying on the floor, with this phone in my hand, screaming like, Siri, call mum. So anyway, she goes, oh, hello, son. I goes, mum, I'm off. I think my foot's in an absolute mess, because I was looking down. My legs were covered in oil, because at this point I didn't know what fully happened. And I'm like, all right, I don't think it was my fault, because at that point there's a million things going on. And more, it's like, what the hell's just happened? Yeah, at that point, I waited for the absolutely fantastic marshals. Without marshals, we do not go racing, especially the travelling marshals off the Isle of Man. So they called in the air ambulance, and the good thing about the air ambulance lot is they're not shy with the drugs. So I think there's a bit of footage on here when I'm just being, well, me.
Ready? Go on then.
2 minutes start line.
A few moments later.
Got anything else we need to do?
What's it? Have to declare the emergency on these.
Oh, take it off.
Yeah.
That's Mark. That's Shane. And don't trust these lads.
You're live streaming.
Poor Bob there. Poor Bob. Oh God.
I expect to see that. So I'm aware we haven't got drugs with us in the cabin.
Yeah. Who's the fantastic pilot of this aircraft?
Chris.
Chris, nice to meet you, Chris.
Yeah, yeah. Maybe on a better circumstances, but yeah.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. Well, because growing up's optional, the amazing staff at Novels here are signing me cast. Here we go. Come on, get it signed.
Go on.
Class. Hey, there we are. But that led us into the rest of the season in the F900. I completed the season. I literally hobbled onto the bike, and a few think, well, why are you doing that? It's, to be blunt, I may never get a chance to be back racing in the British paddock due to financial reasons. But it was a very poignant year, and I'm not one for giving up. Call it the poet in this, but I definitely didn't want to give up. A massive personal thank you to ITRM. Ian Robinson spent a lot of time with me to get me back up on the bike in a safe manner. But that got us to the Macau Grand Prix when, yet again, the RC Express, Daffabet RC Express team, Ben, Roy and Danny and the whole team got me back out to Macau with teammates, with Australian's own son, Dave O'Johnson, and that was a laugh in itself. But as you can imagine, we're racing, finished with top 10 on the Kawasaki, the stock ZX10. Did I mention it was stock? It's stock, by the way. But got in the top 10, over the moon. And actually, I spent my prize money on buying a IFA Williams trailer second-hand from a Pikey site in Kendal, which was a good laugh. But really, it's all a bit blurry, because let's be blunt, Feijo's nightclub is absolutely class, and I think I accidentally got some footage of that as well, so play on with that, Grace. The harder I come out in the last turn, I would use fourth a lot better, to be honest. Ian's from the back on. Yeah. In that respect, it was just... How did that go, son? Not too bad. It was a lot to take in. The old that's not Ducati, is it? You're missing the Ducati. Yeah, man. I tell you what, enough of the proper formal stuff. This is Chase the Racing podcast. Yeah. Give me some feeling. How did it feel? Shit, good? Good / shit. And then a little bit better, but still shit. No, it's alright. It wasn't too bad. Just got a lot to do between now and tomorrow morning. And we'll be fucking sweet. I love it. Gotta stop swearing, isn't it? No, fuck that. You can do what you want on this one. Like I say, mate, we shouldn't be here. We're the most irresponsible people in the paddock. We've got Brian McCormick as well. Rockstar. Mr. Ireland 2005. Google it. Google it. Josh Brooks didn't quite make the finals. Oh, someone's touching me. Fuck off. Whoa.
Well, actually touching it.
Who?
Actually touching it.
It's a flag
I've got you. I've got you. Oh shit! I got you back! I got you back! Fuck you! Hi guys, I'd like to make a speech. Well done, Dom. Did a great job. Love you. And that's about it. Bye! Fuck you, Dom. Love you too. You're the fucking Dominator. Dom Dominator.
I am very, 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 very lucky. And for those who don't know, I am riding for the Burrows engineering lot. They are a privateer team running BMWs. They've got a superbike, stocks R6s. They've got so much history. John Burrows himself raced there since God was a lad. I hope you don't mind me saying that, John. You can't just sit around. There's a huge logistical task of them being in Northern Ireland and me being over here, and I have taken it upon myself after far too many wines one night to go and buy a practice bike just to get in the groove, blow off the dust. Bought a Ducati V2, and I have a lot of people probably sitting there right now going, why the hell a Ducati? Well, why the hell not a Ducati? You buy a Ferrari not to go pick up firewood or get the shopping, would you? It's a Ferrari, it's sexy, it's fast. And big thanks to the bomb squad, because with the bomb squad being involved, I'm able to do it, so it's like, it's 100, for them little goals, it's 131 quid to enter. You get a t-shirt, you get a coffee tumbler, which is extremely bougie. Chris will be over the moon with that. But yeah, please drop a comment, follow our socials, drop me a message on socials if you'd like to join and help out. Come along with us, and we're going to go pick up the bike. Hopefully it's acceptable viewing.
Oh, glass. Here. Oh, yeah.
You can take this over if you want as well, in charge.
Oh, hey.
How many days did it take you to build the exhaust? You were saying like 4 days.
It was your picture. Matilda, your man, your picture to the end.
Aye.
It was him. Come here, Matilda. He was having it for he said it was over it was 12 hours, labour. Come on. Come on. Yeah, I'll get Corey.
Mind you, the one thing I've got to get on camera before we put it down is you did say 3 pizzas for life, didn't you? Or was it 20 pizzas?
Oh, 3 pizzas for life for all North Coast pizza athletes.
What a man!
We're turning up at the McGuinness Ranch, disclosed location for all those fans out there. Oh, here we go. The living legend himself. He loves a bit of vlogging.
think Dad's out to get a Chinese.
He's off to get a Chinese?
Yeah. So
the athlete that he is?
Yeah, well, we need to get the car out, so you might just need to move over a little.
Oh, he hasn't even gone yet. Love it.
He hasn't gone yet.
Right, you're on Chase the Racing vlog, and everyone's in the dark, so everyone looks better.
I'm just a ghost talking right now.
I'm just explaining how he has to do charity work to keep his MBE.
Keep the peasants happy.
Keep the peasants happy. That's 100% correct. It's 7 in the morning, and we are down at. Let me just spin this round. We are at PCR Performance, Paul Curran Performance, and haven't actually met the man. He's a man called Dutch, silver hair fox. I did a bit of googling on him. He's got the dyno down here because this bike, as you've all seen already, has got the Tell Me No Noni pipes. By the way, I call them Tell Me No Nonis. Nick that from Nick at All Speeds because I can't pronounce that properly. But the bike needs a map chucked in because it may be running too lean, and if it's running too lean, it'll run too hot, and if it runs too hot, it'll decide to melt itself. Me and my dad have built the whole thing up, and I've just realised he's not going to be able to access all the electronics, but at the moment we've just got everything labelled, and I'm just trying to think what else we've got, because this being the standard Lumen kit without having the British kit in yet, there's a lot of going on. There's like the indicators, there's the light systems. It's stock from the Tri Options Cup days. Big thanks to Ian Mackman and Joe Mackman, the two Mac motorcycles, for the lithium battery. If you're religious, start praying now. Fingers crossed.